Hi, this is Deborah Atkinson, the author of You Still Got It Girl, the After 50 Fitness Formula for Women. And I have several clients who have knee issues, maybe because they've been runners all their life, or maybe carrying a little bit of extra weight and it's beginning to bother them. So a lot of us 50 and over, it's not mandatory and it's not an absolute, but are more likely to experience some aches and pains around the knee joints. So one of the things that I recommend is some really small and simple exercises. So I'm not talking squats or lunges, but some things that you can do actually in a seated position. So I happen to be sitting here where I'm going to prop myself up. If you're a little worried about your back, you could sit against the wall, something with support so that you don't have to worry about holding onto your core if you're worried about back issues. So you're going to let this leg relax. This is the one we're working. This is next, okay? And I want you just to tighten the muscle. So if you just did that, you can feel the contraction. Tighten it and relax, and just do that 10 times. Super simple, right? Tighten and relax. But that starts to get all these muscles right here that are supporting the knee. I want you to think about pulling the kneecap up toward your hip. Tighten those muscles and then relax it all the way. So don't forget that. It's important that you pull up and then relax, because what we want to get used to doing is firing those muscles and letting them relax so we can go to 100 miles an hour from 0. So squeeze and let go all the way. Squeeze, let go all the way. So about 10. The next exercise, and you're going to do all of these in a series, and it's not going to be too fatiguing, then you're going to tighten, do what you just did. You're going to raise that leg up. Lower that leg down and then release the muscle. So there's 4 parts to that. Squeeze, raise up, lower down, and then release. So remember, if you're sitting up, keep that core tight. Squeeze, lift, lower down, and then release. One more time. Squeeze tight, lift up, lower down, and then release. And the last one is this. So if you have a ball, I want you to do this over a ball, and I don't happen to have a ball handy, but what I'm going to do is use this kettlebell because it's just about the right size, and I'm just going to lie it down. So it's enough so you have a little flexion in your knee here. What I want you to do is almost the same thing as when we started, but you're going to lift and tighten and then lower. So you're going to tighten the muscle and raise it up and really try to squeeze those muscles and release. Lift and squeeze and then release. So there's a little hold at the top on this one. Squeeze until you feel like that squeeze is letting go on you a little bit. Squeeze up and then release. Good. And it's hard to squeeze here and not tighten at your shoulders. So think about relaxing where you don't need tension too. Lift up. And again, so if you're going to do all 3 exercises, do about 10, 10, and 10. When that gets easy, do 15 of each. When that gets easy, do 20 of each. Don't go further than that, but do sets of 20 of each, 1 time through, rest a little bit, and then repeat them through. If you do that on a regular basis, you're going to start noticing a difference. So here's your benchmark. If going upstairs bothers you now, or maybe for you it's going downstairs, it's different for everybody. Benchmark how that feels, how that hurts, where it doesn't feel good. And as you start doing the exercises more frequently and regularly, gauge, is that gone? Is that leaving you? Is it starting to feel better going up the stairs or not as bad? You'll notice the difference by that. If one or the other of your legs is worse, you might do the weak one twice. So if my right leg was bad, worse than my left, but I feel it in both, I would do my right leg, then my left leg, and do my right leg again. So favor the one that's really giving you the most trouble.